This is Dr. Cool. I have been at the forefront of this very groundbreaking technology, the self-powered technology. And for some obvious reasons, which a lot of you guys might not even really know about. And I decided I want to come live today because this is the only time I have. I'm more like as if I'm on a holiday, but not complete holiday. So this is the only opportunity. Now let's talk about the future of self-powered technology. And why I'm making this very live here is because I'm getting a lot of messages uh, on the comment section that I couldn't fully address. Some are aggressive, some are provocative, some are really, really concerning, and some are actually, most of them are actually rising from skepticism. And I get it, where you have a invention that is about 300 years ahead of its time. People will think is insanity. But however, in history of mankind, if a lot of you guys have actually taken a look at it critically, something of this nature has happened before you start having your Boeing, your jet fighters. There have been some kind of crazy dreams like this. Imagine how people perceive it within those time that technologies haven't evolved this much. However, we are in the age, we are in the era where it's hard to distinguish what is real and what is not real, and sometimes what is possible and what is not possible. Now, for a lot of you guys who are saying the technology of self-powered technology is not real, you are demanding for demonstration. There is something you have to understand. You need to dig a little bit back into time about this very guy here and understand that this guy is not a billionaire in dollars, not even a millionaire in dollars. So what does that translate to real life word? What that means is that his technology is for real, but when you talk about going into mass production of vehicle right now, he doesn't have that financial capacity. And that is why they are only focusing on pre-order demands, kind of demand that people make. How many volume did you want? And they go into that in order to get a financial capital to be able to do it. And some were saying, which I mentioned in the previous video, that this is a Chinese EV that this guy is portraying, trying to scam the people that is a self-powered car. Well, I did actually narrated it vividly in the previous live session that I did before this time. So now let me go into breaking some things down. I want to open you guys' eyes so that you can see what I am seeing. I don't know how you do your own thinking, but I'm a critical thinker and I don't look at things based on face value and go, whoa, it is surreal. That's not how I do my own kind of thing. So in respect to that, I often dive deeper outside the confines of just a mere description or face value to validate what is real, what is fake, what is authentic, and what is scam. Although I can also fully understand that the skepticism can be very destructive, can be very unhealthy, can be very hard on people who can be able to fully digest it. And it also tends to be able to bury some technology even before you even give people a space to even talk about it. So, but this is not the kind of technology you want to bury here. You know the reason why? Because after the politicians finish doing their dance, all right, using policy, sending you to war to go and die after they create a conflict between one another, you and I are going to be the one at the receiving end. So now back to the future of said technology, trying to prove to you guys that this is real. I have seen many elements of truth that in Africa, you don't exceed that boundary when you are trying to scam somebody. You don't, there are some zone you don't even go to right? And things will start getting ugly. And I talked about it in previous video. I say, how would someone since 1990s, then down to 2003, been planning on scamming the entire world? A whole lot of 20 something years. Come on, nobody does that. Nobody does that. So if, let's say, like now, I'm trying to give these instances. If a Chinese person or a Nigerian person want to scam you, he doesn't have the luxury of time. He is a very time conscious, and he just gonna snap you or beat you like a snake and boom, disappears. But this guy, since 2003 down to 29, down to 215, I've been following him back to back. So no way. Now, one of the groundbreaking facts about SAIT technology is that a lot of African billionaires have invested in this technology so far because they know that the future is not just about greener, it's going to help a lot of people, it's going to alleviate people from poverty, and even more importantly, it's going to push African leaders who has a lot of African renegade leaders who are so good at being exorbitant at wasting resources, is going to push them into not exporting, to stop exporting their raw materials and get to refine their product and sell it, which is going to create a lot of employment opportunity, pull the country out of economic hardship and stampede, and even better, prompt economic and industrial revolution. And that is what pushes any nation ahead. So let's dive back a little bit. If this technology that said Maxwell Chikumbutso is so happy to deliver to the world is fake, why would he sell it at a fraction price? Nobody does that. Let's imagine for a second, how much is Cybertruck? Okay, I think we are going too far. How much is the Starlink from Elon Musk? It is one of the most pricey internet access device or internet service provider I've ever heard of. I'm just giving you guys instance, all right? So Elon Musk has Starlink. Go and check the price of Starlink internet provider. It is on the high side. It's hitting the roof. So now a black guy came over here, though some are going to think that this is sedative. When you reduce the price, you're going to catch a lot of fish. But hold your horses. Let's go to critical factors why EVs are expensive. You can't talk about EV expensiveness without talking about the lithium pack battery that is underneath the car. That is number one factor that makes it so expensive. And I know a lot of people who are creating vlog on this very niche here, they are not in mechanic or automotive section like me, so they won't be able to explain to you guys vividly, even without scripting it. Now, why are most electric cars depreciating on a value on a resale? They don't have resale value. We're talking about it on 2025. Nobody want to buy a used EV. Do you know the reason why? Because you are risking your investment, you are risking your money trying to buy a car that there is every 80% chance that the battery could be degrading, and the cost of replacing the battery is astronomical, and you don't want to deal with that. Now, you're also risking thermal runaway, and this is something the SAIT group technology will never encounter. And it's also not going to deal with the code. It's going to deal with the code flu thing, but it's not going to become a mass graveyard like most electric cars which you currently have. Now, let's get deeper. If the technology of Maxwell Chikumbutso of self-powered technology, if it is not really real, or he is not willing to make it available for everyone, he wouldn't be able to sell the technology alone. But based on the recent interviews, this guy is willing to go down to the rabbit hole. What do I mean rabbit hole? To power the entire world by selling just the technology alone. Are you getting my point? Where you have your internal combustion engine, if you can set up a motor that can be able to take up to, let's say can take up to 3 kilowatts to work, then you power up your car using the SAIT technology, the Maxwell Chikumbutso self-powered, and your internal combustion engine, after removing the engine and get electric motor to it, if you can get a controller, we're going to get into this very topic really on a very sweet spot where a lot of you guys are going to enjoy. So if you power up that very car using the seat power, the Maxwell Chikumbutso self-powered, then you have unlimited driving range. So you just turn your internal combustion engines, which the Western world is trying to phase out, and they are crushing it in huge volume right now in Germany. They're kind of giving it to people, just to phase it out. Imagine all you just need is for you to take the chassis, the body work, all right, everything with the tire, just remove the entire combustion and toss it away, then get an electric motor that can be able to pull all that whole lot of power. Then if it is, which I'm setting is going to be a brushless motor, equipped with the brushless motor, then that's good. Then go ahead and get a set Maxwell Chikumbutso self-powered technology and use it to power your car. Then you have unlimited driving range. No gas stations, no charging infrastructure. Thank you, guy. No charging infrastructure. And yeah, just like this guy told me here, thank you for promoting Maxwell. And for a lot of you guys who don't know, I'm not being paid to do this. This is something that if you reflect back in history, there is a saying by this man, Martin Luther King. He said, whatever affects one person directly affects the other person indirectly. If a lot of you guys have seen this in a huge volume, thank you for the love. So if a lot of you guys have seen this coming, that whatever affects you in US affects me here, whatever affects me here in Africa affects you there in US, then you will get to understand the reason why I'm making this promotion even without being paid. Now, on the other side again, well, a lot of you guys are also going to see, because I've heard a lot of kind of savage response in the comment section saying, this guy is mining his own self-powered car money here through YouTube. And it really threw me off the balance. But I get it. A lot of people have a different opinion when some people can be very funny and, have that gigantic sense of humor. So let's rewind the clock backward a little bit. Elon Musk, after the creation of Tesla or building of Tesla, do you know what Elon Musk did? Elon Musk is not even selling the parts for this car to any garage to repair the car themselves. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We are just talking about the parts for Teslas. It's not for sale. The dealership has to come to your location in order to fix the car. So all that money has to go back to Elon Musk. That is Elon Musk. And that is just a fraction of the Western control freak technology, dependency freak technology, which you have that is draining you financially, emotionally, and otherwise. Okay, so yeah, I actually see that Mike Young, I can actually see that he say give your mother a rest. I can tell that guy is a white guy. A lot of them, I wonder how they were born. I wonder how they were raised. It's kind of snapped my emotions sometimes. They are one of the hard people to actually have that logical, critical conversation with without throwing emotion everywhere else. So now let's get back to the topic. So if Elon Musk, who owns Tesla, owns SpaceX, Neuralinks, and Starlinks again, all that money is coming to his pocket, but he couldn't even sell parts, Tesla parts to you guys to fix your Tesla by yourself, thereby drawing the pool of mechanics or technicians who can be able to fix electric cars. What does that mean? That is greed we are talking about. That's the same greed that is governing the world with the bigger corporations and government controlling power grid and a whole lot of things. So these things is things that is about to face off, or that is either they adopt the current self-power technology of Maxwell Chikumbutso, or risk becoming obsolete, because no one will want to drive a Tesla car when there is a self-powered car that runs infinitely. That is a fact. Everybody knows. Now we can see the handwriting of the West. They wouldn't even allow this to have a single publicity, a debate in their media. We're talking about Al Jazeera, Fox News, CNN, BBC. You know the reason why? Because anything concerning groundbreaking in Africa, these guys don't want to talk about it. No, they don't even want to entertain it because it's it's a deal breaker. Let's dive into that aspect a little bit. Who are the people sponsoring ads on those mainstream media? Is your big oil corporations, Shell, Chevron, BP, what do you call them again? There are a lot of, they have many names. There are a lot of them out there. And let's talk about the lithium battery companies. They are also funding your mainstream media. That is why you can see this information in the mainstream media. And why are bigger YouTubers not talking about this? Well, bigger YouTubers, white YouTubers are not talking about this because it is a pure and undiluted hate for the black people. Nothing far from that. And I think it should open you black people's eyes to see them in their true nature. This is not good. The clothes I'm wearing right now is a Western organization that made these clothes and textile. The smartphone I'm using right now is produced by Samsung. The power bank I'm using right now is made in China, which I'm using to power these smartphones, which I'm using to make this life right now. But I'm not paying that much. Why? Because I know we are back in time and we need to push forward to get up there. And I'm not mad at the white people. Not even for a chance. I'm not mad at China. No. So for a huge groundbreaking technology to erupt, to emerge from Africa, which this guy has been working on since 90s, emerge right now, and all we have, people of colors, all we have to be as a sign of appreciation or a warm handshake, an open arm embrace to encourage this young man and others is hatred, jealousy, and envy. That is sick. That is really sick. I've never seen anything like that before. And to me, this is the first time I'm seeing the so-called white people in their true color. I'm not trying to be racism here, but it's good we paint what is white so that people can understand. As you guys can see me right now, I am a very transparent person. If something is black, I'm going to tell you, right? If something is white, I'm going to tell you it's white, regardless of who whatsoever, right? I don't care about anyone giving me deals or whatever because I'm making my own kind of money down here and I'm doing my job the way I want it to be. So, but the whole thing here is spiraling out of control. I go through the comment sections and I felt pains that, wow, these are people I've been creating content for to use and fix their car for free. Imagine the level of hatred these guys have for the people of my color. It is crazy. I don't see my own people of color having those kind of retaliation of hatred. And boom, this invention right now that is blowing things out of proportion, shutting the Western world down, just exposed everybody. Now, I was talking about Tesla not selling the part. This is verifiable. Go ahead and read it out for yourself. Tesla don't sell part of his car to people. However, Maxwell Chikumbutso promises to sell the self-power technology to you so you can fit it into your car and drive infinitely. And you are here still consumed by skepticism. I don't understand. It's something that is so hard for me to digest. I can't find a room in my heart to really accommodate this level of destructive skepticism. Because I know something is just behind it. It's not just about the skepticism. Someone just said it openly. Say it's about the color. It's a game of color. Yes. Else, how come entire YouTube white guys, none of them are talking about this? None of them are talking about this. But whether you like it or not, Maxwell technology have just served the Western world and African world red pill and blue pill. And the blue pill is going back to fossil fuel, going back to lithium battery, going back to charging infrastructure, while the red pill is accepting the new norms, reality, groundbreaking invention that is shaking up the entire world. It's not only shaking the West, it's shaking even Africa as I talk to you right now. Listen, guys, the show is just about beginning. The cost of gasoline is going to be dropping, free falling. The cost of cars is going to free fall. The cost of lithium batteries are going to free fall. The cost of solar panels are going to free fall. There are a lot of products about energy, automotive industry that's going to free fall. Why? In automotive system, it might not free fall that much because let me say something here. This is, oh my goodness, this is lovely. Okay, imagine the automotive industry section for a moment. Their entire work in 300 years is about getting phased out. And this is the only saving grace that can save internal combustion engines. Because if you look at it right now, a lot of people have been doing conversion of internal combustion engine cars to EV. It's not everybody who can do it. It is pricey. But however, imagine those companies, the Western companies, that is a topic I need to make on another form. Because that's a very good return investment. Imagine all that millions of cars, internal combustion engines that's about to phase out due to greenhouse gas emission, carbon footprint. It's about to become a thing of the past. These companies, there's going to be more huge values on automotive, on cars right now, but there's going to be free fall in fuel. The fuel is going to drop because it's losing its relevancy in a huge scale. But if you have internal combustion engine cars, I will advise you not to sell it, even if you're in the Western world, because all you'll be needing to do in the future, in this year, I'm not talking about future in 2026, 2025, is getting electric motor, let's say like electric motor that can take up to like 2 kilowatts of energy and get the self-powered technology and install it into your car, and you will never need to sell it again. Just imagine that. So this invention, this groundbreaking invention we're talking about here is not so much even against the automotive industry, despite the fact that a lot of the manufacturers are now investing heavily on EV, which they have to repurpose that very investment, because the EV is not the future. It's no more the future of automotive industry. The self-powered cars is the future, whether you guys like it or not. This is the only way forward right now. And for the Africans, like I said, for a lot of you guys who are dropping comments, I'm going to attend to the comments later on, right? Keep it coming. Now, as for Africa, the ripple effect is going to really even become more worse. Do you know the reason why I say that? There are a lot of countries in Africa that are depending on fossil fuel, hydrocarbons, crude oil, like is their 80% source of revenue. It's not that they don't have natural resources. They have, especially Nigeria, Saudi Arabia. So what is this self-powered technology going to do right now? It's going to cause a disruption when the price of oil free falls. The cost of generator is going to free fall. What's going to happen next? What do you think is going to happen next? What's going to happen next is the Nigerian government, the Saudi Arabian government, and other oil giant nation in Africa, they are going to be forced to go back into industrial revolution, guys. They're going to force them into, by force, aggressive economic revolution. And what is that economic revolution going to do for you? It's going to create more employment opportunities than you have ever imagined, because it's going to force politicians to go into creating economic revolution. All those sectors which the politicians are abandoned, they are going to go back into reviving them, because there is not going to be any way forward out of this very revolution, economic revolution, than going back into the grassroots, into all those mineral resources which they have abandoned. Because why? Crude oil is very easy to be extracted. That's why you have Shell, Chevron, companies and their subsidiaries all over Africa. But think about other mineral resources which Africa has been exporting to the West. That's going to become a thing of the past. Africa will be forced to build industrialization that we have to make those products into a product. Instead of sending the raw material to the West, they are going to refine it themselves. They're going to produce turn that raw material into the final product, and that is gonna yield into million, hundred of, let me say, millions of jobs. You're gonna be seeing factories, industry coming out like aggressively. So I am not really seeing any negative effect here. It sort of create a balance as it's causing a disruption in this very sector, is creating a balance in the other sector. A lot of people are gonna be feeling, oh, I'm gonna be losing my job because I'm in oil industry. Well, not exactly. You know, have you ever thought about it when the Western world was thinking about fixing the internal combustion engines and also usher in EV? You are gonna lose your job. However, there is no any other equal measure that is gonna actually some sort of incentive. I'm not talking about government incentive, a real incentive that is gonna be a resting place for you when that day can come, or comes to be. So in that regard, I believe that the self power technology is creating a disruption on one side and creating balance in the other side. Aside the fact that it's putting Africa first in terms of automotive industry and energy sector, then imagine the endless possibility of waking up. Africans are going to become something else. Imagine where you wake up and see a light, you go back to sleep, there is light, you want to do whatever you want to do with electricity, and you don't have to think about running a generator. A lot of you guys in the West don't know what Africans are going through. Africa, if I talk about Africa, the first thing that comes to mind is Nigeria. Nigerians, let me say, by 90% run their business through generator. You can imagine that. With all the power supplies which they have, they can't be able to measure up into having boasting of 24 hours power supply or even 4 hours power supply. Oh, Guinea. Hey, stop crying. Oh, stop crying. Oh, stop crying. My daughter here, she's crying. She just woke up from sleep. Mommy, stop crying. Oh, stop crying. Stop crying. So, that is the reality which I want. Now. So now, there is work. We have a lot of things to do. There is a whole lot. Like I said before, if suppose this very invention is fake, that's the last thing I'm going to be posting on my channel. I don't know how to sway people. No. When you guys have heard that there are scams in Nigeria, yes, there are scams in Nigeria, there are scams in China. But for me, no. I'm a very transparent person. In fact, I've gotten a lot of offers from people outside Nigeria giving me job to come over US and some other states, some other country outside Nigeria, but I don't like it. You know the reason why? Because I enjoy my freedom here. There is something a lot of you guys are saying in US, you make a lot of money and the money go back to the system. Imagine all that chunk of money you use to fuel your car. Do you know that one of the most expensive thing about internal combustion engines and even your Tesla cars or your electric cars are the money which you use to fuel the car? The money you use in charging the car is the most expensive thing. If you calculate this over to the 5 years time, you will understand that the cost of the car itself is just playing a Russian roulette. It's nothing to write home about. So, my dear brothers and sisters, my great audience, welcome to the new era where literally everything is about getting self-powered. For Africa is going to boost their individual productivity, enhance the economy, and even make the politicians to become much more accountable. And for the West, I can't say less because the West have been doing good, have been doing good. I think what should happen here is not even about envy. What politicians are doing right now is, let me let me go here. Politicians are paying because think of it like Africa, who have been lot of politicians in Africa are exploiting their resources and exploiting their citizens and don't care about the human resources. When I talk about human resources, you should know what it means. China, their greatest asset is their human resources. India, the same thing. Japan, the same thing, right? But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. The human resources is outrightly abandoned. And that is why you've seen the huge volume of Nigeria involving into email compromise and the rest of them. Now, aside that, imagine when you are so energetic to do something in your youth, but you have nothing to do. Even the Bible told you that an idle man is a devil's workshop. So imagine having that uninterrupted power supply right now. Imagine the self-powered technology forcing African leaders to become responsible for their citizens and the welfare of their country, going through every way to make sure that they, you know, I don't think you guys really get the bigger picture. You know what it means that different politicians are hooking on fossil fuel, the proceeds of the fossil fuel, and putting it in their pocket. I don't know if it's suddenly, out of nowhere, someone decided to lighten the load and cut it. And there is no more money coming from those fossil fuel, which is easy extract that's causing oil spillage everywhere. You go to Port Harcourt, you go to Warri, you go to different part of Nigeria where oil, crude oil are found, and it's a whole lot of troubles. Now, aside the fact that politicians are now using it like a weapon, when I talk about weapon in Nigeria, the current inflation that is plaguing Nigeria, that is going like almost about 100 or even 300%, is stemming from the cost of gasoline. Now imagine, so I said, Nigeria, this is going to be like a great news for Nigerian, but I'm certain a lot of them are not even a member of my channel. Even if those that see me on live right now, they're not going to join me because they don't know what it is until when the reality start coming to their doorstep. Just like a lot of people who have been arguing and arguing, I say, come on, you have nothing to lose. This man is not even looking for your money. If he's looking for your money, there is no way he's going to be telling you he's going to sell the self-powered car at $14,000. Even if you sell it at $20,000, it's still cheap compared to Tesla models. So I've given you guys a real lesson, a real life comparison of what is currently existing in the Western world in terms of cars, automotive industries, and how they are reshaping it, how they are keeping people dependent, right? How they are keeping people in a shackles of dependency using power banks, solar panels, unending promise that doesn't hold true to its value or what it promises. All that is about to become a relic of the past. So the self-power technology have served them with a red pill and a blue pill, and it's a choice they must make. When this self-power technology start becoming mass adoption, things is going to spiral aggressively in the most positive way to touch your life, to make your life worth living, to reduce pains, to reduce your working every time and putting the money back in the pocket of the government, especially you guys in the US. Like I said, imagine all that money for the utility bills, electric. Imagine all that money for fueling your car. Imagine all that money for solar panels, solar system, all in your pockets. And your car is powering your home. When you come back from your office and there is a blackout, even if there is no blackout, if there is inconsistency in power supply, you can decide to switch it off and save a lot of money and just let your car. We're talking about a whole lot of whopping 15 kVA. Do you know what 15 kVA power can do? A lot of homes in Africa can't even be able to hold up to 10 kVA. And we're talking about 15 kVA. So that's just more than enough. That is more than enough power that Cybertruck, that the price is like, you have to, that costs arms and leg to purchase. And Cybertruck is only just giving about 11.5, and I think it's going to be able to last up to 3 days if you are to use it to power up your house. However, the Sate KV is a different story. We're not talking about 3 days, we're talking about infinite, unending energy. I've had a lot of people who talked about, that's kind of funny. They say one of the trick about the perpetual motion is knowing where to hide the barrier. My dear, some people can say some kind of things like that. So let me use this very opportunity to respond to people If they are still here, okay, and answer your question. It's a Maxwell microsonic device captured, amplify, and convert radio frequency into electricity. That's a CADZO apart arm. Okay. By doing this, does the device consume or destroy radio frequency? The answer is no. No, it doesn't. And when we talk about radio frequency, it is not the normal radio frequency that you know. This frequency, he just branded a radio frequency. It's not a radio wave. Remember, it's not transmitted from any tower. It's just naturally abundance in nature, just like the air that you breathe. So if you watch most of my video, I made mention of that he captures energy from the thin air that we breathe and convert it to electric energy that powers your car. So it is not a frequency modulation wave. No, it is not the frequency from your mass tower now. So it's readily available everywhere. And I will go to the other one, Tom Henry. One thing I know is greed makes a lot of people fall. Yes, that is true. And how Samrat, you look like a scammer. Well, thank you. Samrat Petra, I say I look like a scammer. Then I can fire. Master Cool, never give up, don't stop fighting for a brother. Oh yes, I wouldn't do that. And we have Kazo again say, can this fact have any impact on available? No. Maybe you have gone. No. On it doesn't. It is zero footprint, no carbon emission, zero emission. So it has no any impact on the environment. There have been other Western guys from universities and engineers who goes to actually confirm this and detect that within the area where it's working, there is no any radiation of any sort, nothing. It's just like the natural air that you breathe, so it can't harm you. Okay, we go into Emmanuel's channel. This discovery have made me restless, and I believe something great is going to happen soon. Africa, be ready. That is actually true. It's not only you that it make restless, it's also made me restless. If you scroll through my channel right now, you're gonna see a lot of topics. I've been trying to keep it on, trying to answer questions, trying to pull off the skepticism from the white people and hate and the scam, all kinds of different. But I get it, people often, it's very hard to pull people out of the normal norms to new norms. It's very hard. So I can't imagine how the era where the Wright brothers talked about going into flying, what they think about it. Are you nuts? Someone might even say, let the police catch them and throw them into cell. What about the time that Carl Benz dream of a car, a horseless carriage? What do you think that people can actually say of it those times? People are going to say he's crazy, but these days we're seeing it as something unusual. Okay, now, what about the wireless technology? Your phone can charge itself wirelessly. If it was something that was said in 2005, people are going to go crazy that, no, it's impossible. Nobody even see this coming today, how far the technology has advanced. I'm talking to you without any wire connected anywhere in the world, in a distance so far. That is incredible. That is unbelievable. So when new technology evolve or emerge like this, it creates a lot of skepticism. People want to be sure, people want to be sure that they are not trying to get scammed or ripped off. But I've put a lot of point across here. First, like going to showcase his work to the president of Zimbabwe. That's the last thing. But one wise guy actually said, what if the president of Zimbabwe is involved in this scam? I believe it's just kind of a boy who smoked wacky weed or something else. Why would you think that a nobody citizen can forget every security protocol, every security personnel, the military, you name it, the intelligence, to scam the president of a country? I don't know how white people think, but this is disheartening. So let me still go ahead. God is good. Boom for life. Okay, Mike Young. My question is, if this technology is real and function as claimed, why is it still around, if you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I did actually talk about something like this before. I said Maxwell Chikumbutso is not a billionaire, and therefore he don't have enough money. His company don't have enough money to start building all those structures, all those assembly lines for a vehicle to start manufacturing plants. So that is why things are a little bit slower than usual. So if Mike Young, definitely you're going to be Chinese by Young, if you're still filled with skepticism after all this explanation, God damn it, I don't know who is going to actually, I don't know who is going to convince you. I don't know. I don't know what kind of things you do to earn a living, how you believe in those kind of things. But for me, I have no room for too much abracadabra or disbelief when I know that I have nothing to lose. You have nothing absolutely to lose here. When you start seeing these cars, when you start seeing this technology right in front of you, if suppose things are the way it is, I should be able to get one of the car. But however, I know my country and how they're gonna put a lot of price tag why this is about to cross. Though I can be able to make it to this guys to look like as if it's just a normal electric car. But it's gonna cost a lot in the border, the custom duty for me to get it else. The level of my channel right now, I don't think it's bad for me to take it and review it to people to see just for clarity. But people won't still believe. They're gonna still believe that there is barrier hidden somewhere. That's my point. That's why even going to buy it or even going to get it and review it doesn't really, I don't think it worth it, because you know there is a saying that you can take people away from the ghetto, but you cannot take a ghetto out of them. So that is a reality. People have to understand that when people doubt a lot, you can even go as laying down your life for them and they will not stop doubting. So I'm not about to do that. Okay, God bless Maxwell. Shaun, we are not all bad as you say. Okay, Sean. I don't know if it's Sean or Sean. Well, I know, but the percentage, the volume is huge, right? The volume of people who are filled with this destructive skepticism is really huge and alarming. I'm not saying that the white people are bad, but if you take a look at my channel and it's under in the comment section, a lot of those videos, most people by 90% who are saying this is fake, the guy is fake, this and that. In fact, to some point, a guy said Africa people can't even design an internal combustion engine, not to talk about inventing such a big groundbreaking technology like this that is a scam and a hoax. You can imagine that. So when you have when in the midst of 100 people and 90 people are just saying the same thing, it is easy for people to just make a sweeping statement that everybody there is a criminal. That's what is going on. Why the Western world is calling Nigeria criminal. When you talk about Nigeria or Africa, the first thing that people think about is scammers. But they forget that there is a bigger one somewhere there. Just the fact that people are not shining light on it or saying anything about it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Outer guitar, he said, Maxwell will change the world with his technology. That is absolutely true. The oil companies are going to hate you. Well, I don't care. I don't care. I've never been benefactor of oil company. In fact, the reality there is oil company has been more threat to my life and the threat to my race than any good. So I don't think that they are any of good to me. Okay. Uh, Rajo Blake said, hi, hello. I am for the red pill. Okay, the US need red pill. Yes, that is what we're talking about, nine. The US need red pill. It is not, this is not a joke. You're pulling people out of poverty for fraction of the cost, which you cannot compare anywhere in the world. Even when they told you that the Chinese EV are cheap, these are that, the self-powered car is even cheaper than the Chinese electric cars. Any brand of Chinese car you can ever talk about, the self-powered car from Sate EV or whichever brand, in as much as the self-powered car is cheaper because there is 100% elimination of the lithium battery pack, or be it lithium battery pack, sodium ion, sodium AI, sodium garbage, you name them. They are all higher price compared to the self-power car because it has eradicated the use of lithium battery or battery pack because it doesn't use battery. Okay, imagine Africa brought the West back into the matrix. Oh my God, I can fire. That's big. Oh, they have to choose the pill, my dear. They have to choose the pill. The red pill or blue pill is of matrix is the current topic of the globe. The West must choose the red pill. They can't afford to go back to fossil fuel. They can't afford to go back to energy crisis, energy shortage, inflation that is wrecking the world apart from bigger corporations, greed, and rest of them. So they can't afford to go back. You know what it is? The red pill is so hard to swallow and so hard to reject. They can't take the blue pill. The Western world cannot take the blue pill. That is a fact. Everybody know. So, not even to talk about it, the Africa have no choice. Let's let's think about this for a second. Africa has been always been at the back, receiving commands. Receiving this, and still, like the phasing out of the internal combustion engine. Is it not the agenda of the Western world, right? But the African respect that and they're flowing with that. So this time, Africa is proposing a bold shift that is going to cause a huge disruption to economic. It's like the biggest earthquake ever, but this time it's not going to be felt through the landmines and cracks on your building, but through economic and bigger corporations. So that's the reality about this very self-powered car. It's something you can run, but you cannot hide. When you think about the benefit, it is too good to be true. And that's why a lot of people are thinking that this is not true, but it's true. It's true. It's real. So I want you to make up your mind. If you're trying to buy a car in 2025, don't buy. If you're trying to buy solar power, just wait till the middle of this very year. I'm certain the price of things will start free falling on a huge scale, especially electric cars. Although electric car price might not fall too much, but it's going to fall because of the lithium battery, because you already have electric motor there. So all what's going to need to transition into this new technology is just the connection between the lithium pack that supplies the internal the system interface that powers up the car, is where you need to chop off and throw off the battery pack and connect the Maxwell Chikumbutso self-power technology, the microsonic energy device, and your electric car, your EV, will now cease from being EV, will be baptized, cease from being EV to self-powered. So I don't think that there's going to be a lot on the free fall of EV, but it's going to be free fall because people are not going to buy it. There's going to be a lot of free fall on the EV market because a lot of people are not going to be buying it. And that is the reason why the Western media don't want to talk about this. I am risking my channel doing this, guys. Yes, I'm really risking my channel doing this, but I'm certain that to some certain level, it's not every time that people have to be so that you have to censor everything, even when it's good for the society. This is about saving the world, saving the planet. Zero footprint emission, zero carbon footprint emission, and you name it. So let me still go more to attend to question, man. You're going to change the world. Thank you. Look at the battles. The battles are going to come from Africa. They are going to change the world. Okay, we need to build a new city in every country. Yeah, you know what it is. When all that money which you use in buying, shoving into gasoline and utility bills, imagine when you cut it off. You're going to use that money somewhere better than in the pocket of bigger corporations who are constantly inflating the cost of purchasing the gasoline or the diesel. Okay, someone say, brother, I know the hardship I get, but come out of that Wakanda dream. Well, I'm not coming out of that Wakanda dream. It's like trying to tell a Chinese man to get out of the Kung Fu. It's not going to happen. It's Wakanda or nothing. Live in present and with logic. So, what do you think is logic here? What do you think is logic here? I have enough logic. Enough logic that no any lies is within it. So I don't know what you mean by we have lazy T jail. The word wasn't built on logic. Okay, I think someone is responding to the other guy. Take up the baby, please. Uh, I think someone has taken care of him. Thank you, Richard Blake. Okay. Uh, say hi. Hello, Bam. The cobalt come from Africa. No, when you talk about mineral resources, a lot of mineral resources that is powering, in fact, the Western world automobile and power plant is being powered by Africa. Have you heard about the crisis between France and Niger? Is uranium from Niger that is that is powering up the entire electricity of France. So Africa literally powered Europe, US with their resources, with their natural resources. So there is no doubt about that. And that is why I said this is going to be much more harder on those people who are dependent on fossil fuel, especially Nigeria. Nigeria that have a huge deposit of fossil fuel, and the life of the citizen is near to living hell. Poverty everywhere. They're living below poverty line. Insecurity everywhere. It's terrible. So all that is about to change because there is new player in the house some kind of a renegade player in the house. He doesn't like physics. He has something against physics. I think the Western world don't like it, but Maxwell Chikumbutso doesn't like physics. Imagine the guy, a high school dropout, just wake up one day and decide to rip physics laws apart and toss it out of the window, piss on it, then quickly get ahead and grab the thermodynamics law. The first law actually just merely escaped, and the second one, he held it by neck and strangled it. So that is exactly the same thing is going to do to a lot of poverty, a lot of hardship in different part of the world. You name it, India, every nook and cranny, every corner of the world, every walk of life that uses automobility, that back in 2017, he didn't even bring about the super bike that is self-powered. But in 2025, there is imagine, I love super bikes so much. My suit is somewhere back there and my helmet is there. So imagine having to ride all day without having to pit stop. It's miracle. It's unbelievable, you know. So, and we have, okay, let's go for that. See, the biggest problem with free energy if they can't monetize. Yes, you just said it. The Wests are not, they are the one. This is where it get really funny, The Western government never see this coming because they are the one that proposed that there's going to be a phase out of the internal combustion engines, the ICE car. But they never see it in this phase that there's guy somewhere who is going to come out aggressively and say, no, you won't even make a cent from this aside the car parts. That is their annoyance. If suppose there is a way they can be able to monetize the radio frequency, Donald Trump will approve it instantly. You start seeing it on the CNN. But since they don't find a way to monetize to keep people constantly paying every single minute, do you know how much these guys generate on fossil fuel? Your calculator can be able to do the calculation. When you're talking about the six sisters that controls the world, you don't know how much that flows into there. These corporations literally controls the government. They have more money than your government. So imagine all that $1 trillion investment about to nosedive into Atlantic Ocean. It is huge. It is unexpected. It's going to shake the very foundation of this earth down to its core. It's brutal, it's aggressive, it's mean. Please encourage the whole Africa to support this invention. That is a Navy subfield. Well, our leader needs to call for Africa convention ASAP. Well, there is something you guys have to understand. There is the law of the pirate. You fall behind, you get left behind. When I talk about the red pill and the blue pill, those who take the blue pill are going to be in immense suffering. Nobody's going to choose that blue pill. Why would you choose it? When the gasoline station becomes the things of the past, where are you going to get gasoline to fuel your car? When it shut down the lithium battery and most of your devices like your smartphones, your television start becoming self-powered, where are you going to get those? When it shut down the energy industry and the grid doesn't supply power anymore, where are you going to get it? You're not going to get it. So there is, in fact, when we're talking about the option to choose between the red pill and the blue pill, it's actually like is something that is not feasible, because in reality, there is never going to be any blue pill. When the red pill completely eradicates all what it has come to do, there is not going to be blue pill to choose. When I'm talking about there's not going to be a blue pill to choose, there's not going to be a charging infrastructure. If there is no charging infrastructure, how are you going to drive your Tesla models that refuse to adopt? Let's say Tesla, Elon Musk refused to adapt to the new system, which he cannot. There is no way. There is no way. Higher, the worst he can do is he's going to get a license for this self-powered car to equip his car to become self-powered, right? But he's going to make more money on the parts. Maybe parts are going to be becoming more fragile and break apart these days, that people are going to be pouring more money in the parts. One way or the other, the tech giants will find a way to make money. Now, let's talk about the blue pill one more time. The blue pill is going back to fossil fuel, which you said is pollution, depletion of ozone layer, greenhouse gases, and a lot of them. So those are literally going to become things of the past. You are not going to find any infrastructure, charging station, gasoline station. You're not going to find it. So if you don't find it, you ain't going to go anywhere with your car. And when you start seeing a lot of people buying the self-powered generator that runs on nothing from SIT group, what are you going to do? Who likes to spend arms and legs on energy? Nobody, not even me. So this is why I said there is obviously not going to be any blue pill to choose. There is not going to be any blue pill, because the red pill is going to destroy the blue pill. So people won't even see it in the first place. As for the African leaders, that's what I'm saying. I actually say that in response to news subfield comment. As for the African leader, we have no option. There is not going to be a blue pill for Africa, because this is like abandoning everything hydrocarbon. The generator industry is going to fold. The Shell BP rigs, they're going to turn it either to wind turbine. All right? If they feel like there is any need to generate extra power, they can turn it to wind turbine on the ocean. But aside that, nothing more. And when this kind of disruptive technologies succeed in crippling the oil industry, everybody will have no any other option left than to choose the red pill, which is the self-powered technology. Okay, we have Noel. It's a radio, television, telecom, internet station will suffer from the electrical power consumption. Yes, it's literally going to touch every sector in the energy, like literally every sector. Okay, say would be a better place for all this, believe me. Yes, the world is going to be a better place, but you know, there are a lot of people who take advantage of the current situations. bigger corporations that produce products and promise you heaven, and you keep all the time you're looking for power, you're scraping for power. On your smartphone you're looking for power, on your home you're looking for power, in your car you're looking for power. That is madness. In your car you're looking for power. Every single day people are now relying on power bank to power their phones. As soon as people will be using power bank to power their homes, and the power bank will be running infinitely. Let me still go further and take a look at. You said build your own different radio frequency. No, you can't build your own. It's not a normal radio frequency. This is a natural radio frequency from God. A lot of you guys who don't believe in God should believe that there is a supreme being that governs this world. Whether I like it or not, he exists, right? If you believe that there is Satan somewhere, there is God somewhere. Okay. Team L and S, are they going into electric, HP, marine? They have no restriction. Let me make you understand something. They are not building these things here, right? They are not building. The way I'm looking at SAIT technology, the Maxwell Chikumbutso self-power technology, is not going to go into producing car for you. It's not going to go into producing heliplanes, jets. No, there are already existing industries that are building this, that are doing well in those. All what SAIT technology, the self-powered industry, the SAIT group is going to do is that the aviation industry will have to get a license and a product from SAIT group in order to power their jets, so the jets don't have to pit stop any longer. That's how it's going to be for cars, for automotive industries. It's not that the SAIT industry is going to be building submarines. The company that are currently involved building submarines will have to shift their restructure their investment in such a way that they can be able to fit in the self-power technology in order to power the submarine to run forever. Same goes with ship. The same goes with anything that needs energy. So it is not that the SAIT group is going to build all these things for people. No, the SAIT group is not even going to build your television, but they are only going to provide the power pack that powers that television. So which is the microsonic energy device, is going to be available for you to purchase. You can install it on your car, and your car becomes a self-powered car. So for a lot of you guys who are saying it's a scam, you can sit there and live and drive your skepticism, but I want you to understand that this is real, whether you are skeptic or not. No. For the fact that on 10th of February, they secretly launched the self-power technology, car, the superbike, and the generator. So that's to say that Africa has its own way of doing its own things, whether anyone like it or not. Okay, I can fire. I know they are mad. In Zimbabwe, where they cannot touch him. Well, I want you to understand something here. He's the inventor, but right now as it is, he's in a group of company called SAIT. So you're going to be dealing with a company, not even him. Do you understand? You should understand something here. You know about Coca-Cola. You guys know about Coca-Cola. There are two guys who hold the secret ingredient to Coca-Cola. And these two guys do not cross paths. They don't fly the same plane. They don't go to the same board meeting, because they don't want the secret to die. Because if these two guys die, the secret will die. And people, 80 or 90 or even 100% of people who are employed by Coca-Cola don't know how Coca-Cola is made. So that's the same thing that's going to go on with SAIT Group, with Maxwell Chikumbutso. Even though, the way I'm looking at it, even though if he passed on, the company will continue his legacy from where he started, because there have been a lot of investment, billions of money invested in that company. So the company doesn't belong to him again. So it's a group of companies. So the company can be able to run free without him. Okay, let's give some credit, because that's Navy Suffield contribution to revolutionizing our world, even though that it was done with greed. the moon is reached. Yeah, you talk about a rocket that doesn't need fossil fuel, no battery pack, and it flies forever. Imagine that. The only thing that's going to come about this space program and rocket is there have to be some sort of exploration to be sure that this very radio frequency is available above the stratosphere, above the. Some say there is a firmament, and some are still not believing that people actually do go to the moon. So I don't even want to dive there. That's a whole lot of topic, as crazy, as complex as rocket science. A lot of negativity coming from the opposition. Yes, that's from exorcists. Well, they can digest it. We don't care. We don't care. Ibrahim Traore is leading the world. I think the racist is at the end. Yeah, I heard it. The Ibrahim Traore, I did actually make a post about that. Is building a indigenous EV, and I believe in that indigenous EV. Probably, I don't know how much the cost is, but that should have been another company that Maxwell should be partnering with in order to make the self-powered car more available. Now let's get to some other person. El Gato Felix, Mexican man in USA, is routing for you. Thank you, guy. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I have ticks when the West don't want to report it. You know, it's a real big deal. You just said it right there. When the West don't want their media to report it, it's a groundbreaking. It is something huge. It's so disruptive. Yes, because the bigger corporations are the one controlling your media, whether you like it or not. Now, a lot of people say CIA. Yes, CIA is just the frontier. It's just the charger. All right. There are people who pay top dollar. There are people who pay trillions of dollars to stay behind the scene. It's more like when you're watching movie, right? You see the actors. There are a lot of things going on in the background that you don't understand. So that's the same thing that goes with the mainstream media. There are a lot of corporations that are behind the scene controlling what you're watching, the advert, the place. So without these corporations funding, paying for ads, your mainstream media is not going to generate revenue because it's revenue that keep them up there. So they have to dance to the tune of the media. So this guy just understand it. So if suppose this is airplane that crashed and claim 100 life or million life in Africa, you're going to see it on the news. If it is a pandemic that break out or disease that break out in Africa, you're going to see it before even the mainstream media in Africa is going to see it. You're going to see it on CNN and Al Jazeera. However, when this huge disruptive technology that's about to shake the very core foundation of Earth come out from Africa, not only that the West cannot find a way to monetize it. That is the huge factor you guys have to understand, because the monetization is the carrot donkey trick that keep me and you in perpetual poverty. Government taking your money every single day. You're paying for taxes, you're paying for utility, you're paying for gasoline. When your salary drop, you just heard about it. But before you know, this takes it, the cable takes it, the Starlink takes it, the Tesla takes it, the government takes this, the utility takes this, and you have nothing to write home about. You can't even travel outside the states because you don't even have enough. You keep running rat race. That is what this very invention is about to break us free from. So for a lot of you guys who are hating it, I don't believe you are mature enough to understand the potential and the gravity, how it can be very beneficial to you. Because them up there, they are the one who are cashing out on the oil industry, pocketing it. Whether I like it or not, the proceeds of the petroleum, when it goes outside the corporation, the government also have a huge share in it. So you and I are the one who is facing the stampede of the political dance steps and bad policies which they are making. Whether I like it or not, believe it or not, that is the fact. Yes. Love Maxwell Chikumbutso. No more smoke. Oh, no more smoke, no more noise, no more a lot of things. You guys need to understand this. Suppose some of you guys come to Africa, the cost of even purchasing in the internet data right now, some of the network they have spiked it up. Do you know the reason why? Because the cost of oil, the cost of fuel pump, the cost of a liter of gasoline in a gas station has gone up like 1,000%, and the government don't even care. In fact, as of last year, there was a protest that erupts in Nigeria because the people want to revolt against the harsh increase of the PMS, which the government did without providing a feasible explanation that actually makes all that money, all that uh, all that inflation worth it. So what did the government do? They take arms and send the police and the army to go and stop them. Now, Nigeria cannot protest. Nigeria are living in pain, serious, severe pain. And I can imagine the ones that happen in Kenya. Nobody can talk about that. But like I said, this red pill, the red pill of self-powered car, is gonna cause a serious destabilization to a lot of African economy. We're talking about the Western world. That's just a tip on the iceberg. The Africans are gonna receive it hot because most African leaders are not interested, aside Ibrahim Traore and some of other ones. They are not interested in going down the rabbit hole where the mineral resources is to create industries, to empower individuals that's going to create employment opportunities. No, the government don't want to do that. It's a hard route. The one that is easy done is extract the oil and sell it. That is easy money. In fact, when you talk about Africa, there are countries that have done it more than, it has continues repeatedly going on. And when that happens also, the mining of cobalt, the lithium in DRC Congo is going to stop because it's going to be useless. What are you going to use the mining of lithium in a DRC to do anymore? You're not going to need them because it's obsolete. This very technology is going to render a lot of things obsolete. If they don't adapt, they risk becoming obsolete and rust like abandoned factory. There is nothing anyone can do about it. It's just like some few days ago, you guys are watching Honda, Nissan is merging because of they couldn't stand the grand effect of EV revolution. But imagine that they don't even have to merge anymore because of this very current news. Anyone can stand independently and just adopt the red pill of the self-powered technology, equip it to their model, and it becomes self-powered. Easy peasy. Everyone wins. So you don't lose your investment. You don't even come to merge as one. Mitsubishi, Nissan, Honda. I think this is a shift which is going to bring a happiness to them. But, I don't think they're going to be smiling on the media to talk about it because the government don't want to hear that, because government is a great beneficiary of the fossil fuel proceeds, whether I like it or not. Yes, we know that it's on paper that they want to get rid of the emission cars and have a lot of stricter emission laws, but they want to replace some kind of replacement problem with another that takes more money. That's it. I can say this better. Whenever there is a new technology that comes up, have you guys noticed that when there is a new technology that comes up, the price is always hitting the roof? Aside this technology from Maxwell Chikumbutso's self-powered car, obviously the price didn't go up, it didn't hit the roof. The price is lower than what people are expecting because they want everybody to become self-powered. They want everybody to be liberated from the shackles and chains of second colonial, I'm going to say it's a second colonial, or bigger corporations, slavery without chains on the hands. But there is chain. There is chain when you're making a lot of money and the money is not going into helping you, but going back into buying gas, going to, your gas cooker is going to become obsolete. There is a lot of things it's going to disrupt. So this is not fake. Get ready to embrace the fact this is coming in and coming in hot, coming in more aggressive and much mean than you can ever imagine. So, like I said, why the Western politician doesn't like this is because, and the bigger corporation don't like this is because this is actually a zero footprint, emissionless invention, but it has just gotten rid of the constant parasitic everyday money spent, everyday gasoline, everyday power subscription, everyday this, everyday that, product dependency. It has gotten rid of all that, and it's ushering in a new era where people individually are going to become self-empowered through economic and industrial revolution. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. It's coming. There is no any country, there is no any nation on earth that's going to survive what is coming right now without being part of this red pill movement. Whether they like it or not, whether they want to watch the media or the current the YouTubers who are spreading this information or not, whether they dislike it, whether they don't like it, well, in as much as people have their wallet ready to buy what they want to buy. Let's say, for instance, if someone in Ghana or let's say Sierra Leone or in South Africa decide to import about hundreds of thousands of self-powered car, what do you think is going to happen? People are going to rush it. There is a huge rush, a serious stampede of rush right now on getting hands on self-powered car and self-powered generator, the self-powered technology, because the cost savings is too much. How much it's going to save you is too much. It's just too much. So, and one other good thing I forgot to tell you guys here is that the resale value is going to be really up. The resale value is not going to be like the electric car, which a lot of people are running away from, because nearly the price which you're using to buy a new one is going to be equivalent of, the price you're going to be using to buy the used one is nearly equivalent to the price which you use to buy the new one. But the self-powered car, the resale value is going to be hitting the roof. Why? Because it doesn't use this lithium battery. Most problem that is plaguing lithium or EV cars, range anxiety, lesser charging infrastructure, all that has been erased. So it's a new dawn, complete new dawn, a clean slate. Greeting from Russia. Oh. Okay, Goodwin from Russia. He said, hello, Africans. Hello, brother. Greetings from Russia. Did you decide to leave us without money from oil or something? Well. I'm not leaving you guys. This is your government that is leaving, that is not extracting that money, but you're going to get serious money. Okay, glory be to God for his invention. That's from Glory Tech. May God increase the grace and enlarge the vision of really comes from him. Okay. And for everyone that does not, but Maxwell is okay, this guy is a Nigerian guy. I can how far? Okay, have new if everyone can make contribution towards building manufacturing company, it will be very significant. Wow, that's a very good ideology, guy. How about we start a campaign on that? How about we start a campaign of $1 to building the manufacturing company of self-powered technology? That's a good one. I think I'm going to propose something like that in my channel, but I will have to consult them first, because I don't want anybody trying to brand me a scam or something. I don't want it. I'm going to try to consult the company. If they are good with it, they're going to provide us with their GoFundMe account. Then we see how this, the fundraiser, I think that's going to be the first time I'm going to be attempting on a fundraiser in my channel. That's a very good idea. Imagine $1 each person. That is huge. You can even make it $10. Okay, let's go further. Say hi. That's a Cosmos Media creation. Okay, Untold Truth. I'm from India. Dear brother and sisters, did anyone buy this car after the launch event? Anyone has a customer review video link? Well, I am searching for them just like you're searching for it. You know, there is something you have to understand, the untold truth. There is something you have to understand. Even some people who have it might be media shy to show theirs because they might be scared. But people can actually be proud to show theirs. And certain people who are first to get it are the big guys. I'm not sure they are having anything to do with YouTube, but I'm scraping and looking for the video the same way you're looking for it. Maybe I'm gonna check your channel up later. Okay, Cosmos, if God choose you. Okay, I hope you've got a very good response for that on Toad's Truth. Okay, very good. Love it from Jamaica. Okay, guys, that's a good one there. Love and peace, positive energy to you from. Okay, thank you, brother. Peace. Wakanda, that's red runner there says Africa is Wakanda. And we have outly wisdom, all important material come from Africa. That is true, absolutely. Superb invention from Kiran Reddy. We have Mr. Spirituality. I think that's from US, right? I believe dropping out of the program system school is how you were able to accomplish this using your own mind. They have set from Malaysia, support car is true. That is something I'm trying to enlighten people here to understand, that there are some critical elements that when you puzzle them together and see them as one, all the pieces littered around, when you gather them together and put it as one, you start seeing heavy element of truth, facts, figures, real numbers. So I wish they make it curriculum in Zimbabwe real quick. Okay, we have a peaceful bro. Is there a manual compressor that will not vibrate Corolla 212 when it peaks? Peaceful. If you are in Abuja, I will recommend you bring the car. I am very competent of installing the manufacturer's compressor on there, so you don't need to convert your car, and there's not going to be any vibration, right? So if you're in Abuja, bring it around. But if you're not in Abuja, there is a problem. The problem there is that 95% of most technicians can't competently install variable distribution compressor or automatic compressor into that 212 Corolla model. Sorry for that, because I know if you install Pujo right now, that's going to be dragging the engine really heavy. So that's it about that. I can fire Misa. Oh yes, okay. I hope I answered your question, Mr. Spirituality. Retracted. No more electric battery, car, petrol. That's reality. Okay, Christian. Okay, Christian, it seems like the message you're sending here is very harsh and not in conformity with the YouTube community guidelines. So it's been taken down by the system automatically. So try to be nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've talked about it before at the context of this very video. Why are all this not coming out in CNN? The CNN is not happy any good thing is happening in Africa. I want you to get that correct. Now, that's number one. I did make a video about it, but I didn't think I really shed more light on it. But here on this very live here, I can give you all the details you need. Why Al Jazeera is not covering it, why CNN is not showing it. Most Western mainstream medias are not actually showing this because it's gonna bring down their media down. Why? Because their media is being funded by big corporations, oil corporations, and some of these tech giants that you're depending on their product for your survival. So for them to bring this very news to you, the Western people are gonna do automatic shifts into self-powered technology and render their product and their services obsolete. I'm talking about instant. This is not a joke. This is huge. So that's why you won't see this information on the CNN. You don't see it on Al Jazeera. You don't see it on, and you're seeing, and I'm certain there are actually some kind of people who are poisoning the heart of people to come to the comment section and say that it's fake, it's hoax, and trying to debunk it with different kinds of, different kinds of claims, which I've been trying to shed light on. So you should understand when you don't see it on the Al Jazeera and all that. It's not even ending there. What about the bigger YouTube channels? The white guys are not talking about it. They don't want to talk about it. But however, if suppose it's someone that is chewing another or killing another or shooting someone or crisis happening in DRC Congo or in Nigeria or in any part of Africa, CNN is going to pick it up. So they like reporting negativities that is going on in Africa because there is a certain picture they want to paint about Africa, not a positive one. So this one is huge. This is upsetting. This is disruptive. And it's coming from Africa. There is no way the Western media will want to talk about it. If you look at Pakishama and the Vantage that talks about almost everything, they're not talking about this one here. They're talking about the CNN. If the YouTubers from US are not talking about it, then why would you think about even the CNN to talk about it? They don't want to talk about it. Now let's talk about something. Let me enlighten you guys about any positivity that's going to happen to Africa, that's going to reshape African landscape in terms of economy or industrial revolution. You're not seeing on CNN, for instance, when there are some group that want to succeed out of Nigeria. They call Biafra. Have you ever heard about it in CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera? The answer is no. Even though when they're killing people, when Nigerian politicians or soldiers are killing people, you don't see it on CNN, right? Because if they bring out the topic, there's going to spark up a huge debate and a huge concern. There are going to be some interested bodies. There's going to be some, it's more like when you're seeing the crisis between Ukraine and Russia. You're going to be seeing some people coming to show their interest, vested interest on either on Ukraine or on Russia. So in this case here, trying to even start a debate about the self-powered car. When I even talk about to say it's real or not, just it's a minor debate. No, because it's going to attract a lot of attention and it's going to prompt a lot of people trying to dig out the facts. When you talk about US, there are a lot of people who have a lot of money who can go up to buying up to 1 million copies of that car as we speak. Why? Because their currency is so powerful, right? So just a little debate about this is enough for people to start making pre-order instantly without minding the risk. Even though I'm certain it's a risk-free because the SAIT group company is a licensed company. It's not, and this SAIT technology we are talking about, the self-powered car, has received certification that have proven it to be effective and have no any environmental concerns or safety, some sort of hazard, right? So that's it for now. I'm going to be going into reading more messages that people are dropping. So if you have any question, drop it in the comment section. I'm going to be attending to it before my power bank is off. And that's what we're talking about. It's off right now. That's what is powering my phone. You can see the cable is new age and this product is new age. That's the best product in Nigeria when you talk about buying a power bank. And I've been using it for days right now to charge my phone, but it's off. And that is what we're talking about. It's among the topic we're talking about. Imagine having not to have the power bank anymore. Imagine when your smartphone are self-charge, self-sustaining, no charge. Okay, we have a Rojai Blake. Africa should now start trading with Africa first. Remember the Caribbean, Jamaica. Yep. Okay. Is it possible that they will use it for killing military weapon? Is it possible? Well, you cannot be able to determine how far any technology can go or can be used. Technologies are like the pictures, a private picture which you took for yourself, all right? You can control it only when it's within your own confines, when it's within your smartphones that you have. But as soon as you post it on the internet, you can't control how viral it can go or who watches or who doesn't watch it. You can't know who watches it. So that's the same thing. When the self-powered microsonic device is out there for sale, you can't tell what good it can be used for or what bad it can be used for. It's amazing time to be alive, flipping the thousand people of race upside down. Mr. Spirituality, it seems like you have a tummy for trouble. Okay. If you never give up on your dreams, one day it will come to your face. People rejected you. That's true. Gods and goodness. Okay. I'm so proud to be black and Rastafarian. Yeah, man. Okay. Seth Dalan said, then you can go to the moon. Well, I don't see anything about this moon that people are talking about a lot. The palm wine? Oh, that's good. Have you ever take some and rub that place before? And okay, Oluwalo Adejeni, it's real and it's here to stay. Yes, yes, brother. How far now? How the level? Waiting this up. Where you did outside? I mean, inside. Okay, guys, that's just one guy from my country there, and from his name, I can be able to say that he's actually from site. We have be careful. Trump is watching. Well, I know. No, they are like the God's eyes. They are everywhere. Okay. The truth can't be told. It has to be realized. We're the only animals. We're the only animals on this planet that has to pay to live it by design. It doesn't have to be so. You know, that's what happens when the wrong people hijack the power. Franklin, hello. Why are you people not tapping the screen? Come on, guys, make this more exciting. At least today, I thank you guys for tuning in, because there has been a time I refuse. I'm not gonna come out live again because it's so excruciating. People are not really turning up. But today, I'm so thankful how you guys turn out today live, and you know that's gonna still. I'm gonna propose set up more time to come out live, and we talk more on the current future of African invention that is sending quakes and earth tremor down every part of the world, every corner of life. The time is now. Yes. Red light runner. Okay, with self-powered tech, we need money. No, we're gonna need money, but it's not gonna be all the time. All who did not like us, we keep not liking us. Africa is fire. The last shall be the first. Amen. Amen, brother. Okay, hello from Oman. RRGGI. Hello. Hello, baby. How are you doing? Nicholas. They want to buy it from 1 million. No way. Keep your money. We don't want it. Ha ha ha. Okay, pro tip. Is it really the truth? I don't need any power source. Yes, pro tip is actually truth, and it doesn't need any power. Okay, guys. I'm drinking palm wine, guys. Do you know what palm wine is? This is the natural palm wine you get from palm tree. Have you guys? I don't think a lot of you guys have been to Africa before. If you taste palm wine, you never drink your Henneken, your Gouda, your Maltina, all kinds of canned drinks, you will never take them again. Do you know how palm wine works? It's one of those natural wine from palm tree that you can never can it. You can never close it because it has natural carbon to it. Okay, so guys, you want to drink? Okay, so I wish I can share some with you guys. It's so sweet, as if you have a lot of sugar inside it. It's the only wine I can be able to take. I mean, alcohol. I don't drink, I don't smoke, but when it comes to palm wine, I take a lot only when I'm in the factory where it's made. I'm not talking about the factory where you add synthetics. I'm talking about where it's tapped naturally. Take. Mama. Thank you. You want me to put inside it for you? Hey, please come and give us a drink. Let me give you from my cup to give her. Better no. Don't give us too much. Okay, guys, sorry for that breaking transmission. They just served me some wine for me to just use and refresh my brain and continue. And I think on this very life, I'm going to be here today until my battery goes flat. And we are talking about self-powered technology. Look at it, where Africa, where the epileptic power supply is causing a disruption in many industries, causing inflation, making life unaffordable to live. So PTR said hi. Okay, pro tips. Hello, pro tip. How are you doing? John Kenny Matt. Where does the electron come from? Is it a static from the air, or is it kinetic energy extracted from the quantum field? Well, it's coming from air. It's neither generated by human or any machine. It is naturally abundant. So I hope that answers your question clearly. So this, you want to say, because you're living far from the radio transmitter or mast, that you are going to be getting some sort of low frequencies or some sort of up your car. Wow. Come on. Okay, guys, so my data is fast going, but I don't care. I don't care. The cost of data right now is expensive. Okay, the invention is the find of the century. In fact, it's the breakthrough, the hard. Christopher retracted. So it's gonna be great to mine Bitcoin. Why are people talking about mining Bitcoin? I don't even know how to mine Bitcoin. My country banned mining of Bitcoin. I hope this demonstration from Zimbabwe to CRO is done soon. Okay, I can't wait for it. Zimbabwe to Cairo. Wow. Daniel, kindly update me about that, please. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to search for it after this because I don't know there was a demonstration, but I already know that this is real. I'm not skeptic about it. And that is why when you see my channel is raining with a lot of topics on trying to clarify people who need clarity on the self-powered technology. So I don't know, there have been some sort of a demonstration from Zimbabwe to Cairo. Wow. Thank you for that update, Daniel Imeli. Since the human body is made from element of the universe and we were energy, then self-powered, everything is common sense and makes sense. Okay, that's good. Red light runner, you made a point, a valid point right there. And still, people still know this, but they still go ahead to argue and say it is a fraud, it's a scam. Or is it because it's Africa that invented it? If it is Elon Musk, nobody is actually going to cough. John Doe, there's a story of a woman in Ethiopia who doesn't eat. She somehow generates energy. Wow, that sounds like a fugazi. So why don't you people go public with your idea? Who says we're not going public? You mean we should start going to ring bell? People are more available on the internet space these days than they are available in their home. If you go to their home, you're gonna spend a lot. Imagine what it is. I have like 88%, 88 people online right now. Do you know what it is from different parts of the world? You know what it is if I decide I wanna fly through airplanes to go and talk to people in their respective home about this very technology? No, it will meet you in your home. If you don't want to buy it, people are going to buy it. There are people who are more conscious about how much they are spending on gasoline. Do you know how much people are spending on gasoline these days? I traveled from my workplace to my hometown recently with a motorbike. It's a whole lot of journey because if I'm to use my car, it's going to be extremely expensive, aside the harassment that is on the road about it. So this is one opportunity that the world cannot give a blink eye on. I hope you guys understand it. So it is not I talked about the red pill and the blue pill before. There is not gonna be any blue pill because the red pill is gonna destroy the blue pill. I'm gonna talk about it in another video, but that's gonna be a video which I'm gonna make, all right? Because I initially said that the Maxwell Chikumbutso self-power technology subjects a blue pill and a red pill for the Western world to choose. But why having a serious conversation with some people here in this life, I came to realize that there is never gonna be a blue pill because the red pill is gonna destroy the blue pill. Okay. So why don't you, okay, John Doe, maybe need to come up with licensing? Yes, yes, absolutely. That's what I said before. This is a technology. They are not a car company, so they are gonna provide a license for their product to be uh, uh, to allow their product to power your car. It could be your internal combustion engine. You made some few modification, remove the internal combustion engine and toss it into garbage and get electric motor that can be able to power up the car equal or higher amount of kilowatts or torque. Then you get the Maxwell Chikumbutso self-power technology and use it to power your car. So your internal combustion engines automatically become a self-powered car that runs forever and doesn't need gasoline or needs to be plugged in and charged. Be it a hybrid, be it EV. So if you have any of your car right now, don't sell it. Don't sell it because this is a transformation that's gonna make that car to be much more worth than what it is. All it's gonna need is for you to the gearbox is gonna be there. Yes, the gearbox is gonna be there. And what we're talking about is going to disrupt the automotive industry. It's not really going to disrupt it too much because the gearbox is still going to be there and it uses fluid. It has the, what do you call it again? It have the, except if it doesn't use gear ratios. I don't know if the Tesla models use gear ratios. If the electric cars don't use automatic transmission system and it doesn't use a ratio varying, then it means the gearbox is not going to be needed there. But if the gearbox is going to be needed, that's all it's going to be needing is just to do some certain modifications to the powertrain, remove the internal combustion engines and fit in electric motor there and direct where the power is going to go to where you're going to feed it with, supply it with the self-powered microsonic energy device for it to power it and it becomes self-powered car. So you never need gasoline to run anymore. So let's John Doe, maybe we need to come up with licensing. Okay, we should keep the invention for Africa only. No, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. If we do that, the Western world are going to remain in their problem. Even if they choose that they want to do so, it's not everybody in the Western world who don't want to be liberated. So this is a technology that is here to liberate people. So guys, keep it coming, keep tapping, giving this love, and we have more conversation. Drop me whatever question which you have in the comment section. And thank you, Red Light Light Runner. Yondu Tesla would really suffer because they have invested in lithium battery. Oh yes, I feel your pain right there, but Tesla will not suffer that much. You know the reason why? It's just a few modifications they need to do, toss out the garbage, the battery power into the garbage. I'm going to explain how Tesla is going to adapt into this new technology because he have no choice than to adapt, all right? He doesn't have any choice than to adapt. So same goes to BYD, CYC, KAI, every automotive industry, in as much as they are using lithium battery, is becoming obsolete. As I'm talking to you, an internal combustion engine that's about to phase out is going to be facing a brutal phase out. This time, it's not even the government that wants it to be phased out, but the public. Because when you have a technology where you don't need to spend a dime in powering it up, charging it up, you will fastly adapt to that very new environment without even thinking twice. Okay? Okay, Kitai Ntongwazio. On the point, the most disappointing thing is we help enemies to destroy our own big minds. Well, let's not talk about enemies here. We should still talk about friends. Here in America, not being showed, but I have my Facebook full of all this info, trying to get it out. That's good one, guys. That's good one. That's what makes us who we are, because we go outside the confines of our comfort zones to get something that is not really available in a comfort zone. They're gonna look for me. Well, but this tech could make their cars even cheaper. Yes, that's why I said previously, if you started with us, I said that the current self-powered car is gonna crash. Self-powered technology is gonna crash the market. It's gonna crash. There is a video that I did that is coming. I will be uploading. It's gonna cause a free fall of many products: solar panels, lithium batteries, fuel price, gas, diesel price, all these things. Price of cars, internal combustion engine cars, the price is gonna drop. The price of EV is gonna drop because people are not gonna be needing the lithium battery to be underneath the car anymore, that have a mind of its own, thermal runaway, range anxiety. Is gonna destroy the charging infrastructure, and gasoline stations are gonna become a relic of the past. That is the reality of the self-powered technology. That's the power of the self-powered technology. Yes, this tech could make their own car cheaper. It's already cheaper now. It's cheaper because they are partnering with KAI in China, and he was talking about the production cost is I don't know if that's the sale cost, around $14,000, but I'm certain they are not going to inflate the price to go above $20,000. Even if it's $20,000, it's still cheap, because imagine the freedom, and it's going to be easy to maintain. Yes. Okay, here is a Mr. Spirituality. He said everyone is talking about the Super Bowl halftime, but halftime BS, but not this life changing. When you heard Andrew Tate talking about Matrix, do you think is Fugazi? It's not Fugazi. A lot of people are trapped into Matrix. They use entertainment to confuse you. They use a lot of entertainment to cage you, to keep you where you are, so you don't transcend beyond that very point. Because when you start becoming awakened, the government know that they are in trouble. It's only few people that are controlling the entire conglomerate of the whole people in this planet. And a lot of people have to become stupid for them to thrive. A lot of people have to become caged with the entertainment for them to thrive. So that is how politics is. Okay, I'm already, of course, they want to suppress it. Yes, not just suppress, they want to kill it. You've taken this very discovery. That's a Vinay Kumar saying, you sound like you're from India or from Pakistan. Yes, that's a good thing. You've taken it very, very seriously. Just like me, I don't know, maybe people can see the level of intensity of the desire which I have for this very technology because it's too good to be true and yet it is true. Okay, we're going. Oh, Raji is 70, so proud of Africa. We are in Caribbean, also proud. That's a good one there. Elijah Morris, I'm so proud of the revolution that is taking place in Africa. Maxwell Ibrahim Traore and Malema bring tears to my eyes. Sika in action. What about if Trump watching? He's some kind of god. Okay, you are talking about the other person who say Trump is watching. God bless Africa. And you too. No one is above God. Thomas, hi, hello. The danger of the Kalabari fire will also be things of the past. Exactly. The thermal runaway, where you can't park an electric car under your garage in your house and sleep and blink an eye. Maybe you wake up in the morning and you are roasted. That's gonna become a thing of the past. We're talking about your gasoline station, your charging infrastructure. They are all gonna rot. The rigs you see in the ocean that is exploring oil is gonna become a relic of the past. They're gonna adapt to the new technology, adopt the new technology, or risk becoming obsolete. So that is the red pill we are talking about. The red pill. They must choose the red pill. The option for blue pill will never be there. Thank you, Gideon McDonald. Mr. Maxwell should protect himself. He should not leave Africa. That's a good one. Here in Jamaica, one of Bob Marley's albums sing extensively about Zimbabwe. Let's go. Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Oh, I mentioned that. Nazareth is in Africa, and that statement has just made headline right now. Can anything good come from Nazareth? Uh, okay. Yes, the creator come out of Nazareth. Okay. Thank you for the amazing podcast. Thank you, Exorcist. Thank you. We should build institutions to spread out this in the whole continent before he got eliminated. This needs to be protected at all costs. African people who are empowered to serve Africa are so fortunate. How do you suppose we do that? That's Walter Jones. How do you suppose we build institutions to spread out this information? To spread out this? Is it the technology or the information? Which of them? Get back to me on that. Time is about going. This is about 8 minutes for me to close because my battery is running down and the night is coming very fast. Okay, we will be here for it. I'm here for it. We have two African brothers now to protect. Are you serious? Where is the second one? I know. Okay, is it the Ibrahim Traore and the other guy? One Africa, one people. It's time for Africa to rise and shine. That's Elijah Morris talking right there. Red light runner. Oh, my battery is 15% right now. Hopefully, the second colonizer won't try to charge us for air. Okay, love, peace, positive energy, and financial abundance to you, my family, and to you too. Ustaz Best says hello, hello. Ustaz Best. Lioness says Africa's rising. Thank you, dear brother. God bless you forever. Never sell out to anyone. We love you. Thank you, Lioness. Thank you. May God protect you too. May God bless you. And this is also coming from Mr. Reality. Have you sold anything yet? Oh, they have sold a lot. They have. And they're still receiving orders, pre-orders, just like Apple. That's why I'm trying to explain that when Apple is releasing new products, people always queue up to make pre-order. Samsung, even Elon Musk. So you shouldn't expect miracle when Africa have their own invention. So people can also go through pre-order, but if you can make pre-order, then you should be patient. It's gonna take time before it will get to you. All the best, dear. God will help you to fulfill your invention as well as dreams. India from Thank You, Cosmos Media Creation. This technology holds the mystery of the power of lightning. Well, I don't know about that, but the radio frequency, like the inventor said, is really available. This self-powered technology is going to kill the matrix. Yes, but not completely. Not completely. Yes, it can be fit into old cars. That's why I say don't sell your car. When once you remove the engine of your old internal combustion engines or your electric cars, you can swap in a motor there that's capable of pulling your car. Then next is a controller that can be able to vary the voltage coming to the motor, and boom, you hit the road. Self-charging technology will change the world. No, it has already changed the world. It will reshape how we perceive energy, how we relate to energy. Why would people want to drive a car that takes gas versus others? That's what I'm saying, that there's not going to be any blue pill. That is a question from Mr. Spirituality. That's the same thing I'm saying, that there is no sane person who is going to see a gas guzzling car or a car that needs infrastructure, and there is no even sufficient infrastructure. And those are the blue pills now. Those are the blue pills. The red pills are the self-powered. So nobody's going to make the blue pill choice. It's impossible. Nobody want to spend arms and legs on buying a car or even to keep it running. Okay, we have Leelesh Sir. Can we have a self-charging technology demo, please? Uh, that's something which I can be able to assure you for now. Seriously. I, if I have the technology, that's not a big deal, right? But like I said, the inventor has said this technology will be for sold in future. So you can fit it into your internal combustion engine cars that's about to phase out, and you turn it into a car that drives forever. And you can also fit it into your EV that are not self-charging, and they become self-powered. You have John Kenny Matt. Now that I know that it comes from the air, then it's the static field, and it must be using collapsing magnetic field using disruptive discharge as described by Tesla. Well, I don't know. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to figure out exactly what device which one that was used to do the conversion. I don't know. Even if I know, I wouldn't be able to make it public. That's like giving out the patent, giving out the blueprint of how everything works and the chips into throwing it in open air. Remember this, not even the Chinese knows the kind of component that did it. The Chinese company that they partner with to build the car, they have no idea or clue what chip does what, because it is a chip you can never find anywhere in the world. There are people who are doing that, who just manufacture chip that does just what they want it to do. So you can go to Chinese store and feel like you're buying the same chip and you not get the same result. Chinese cannot even produce the same chip because they don't know what this chip does. Okay, like Rana said, this is awesome. The more I hear, the more exciting I get. The same down here, one more gas station, no more gas station. US dollars is 14,000 US dollars. That's so cheap. Yes, that's what we're talking about. So if suppose it's the Western world that did it, it probably might be hitting like 10 million, and only for the rich that can be able to afford it. They'll calculate all the electricity bills and all the cost of gas you're gonna use to power it and sell it to you at the spot. You can still use our old car. Yeah, you can convert your old car into becoming self-powered. It's gonna be accessible to everyone. It's gonna be. That's a Lilesh Boker. Okay. I can tell if the earth is spinning. I don't even want to go into all those. No. Okay, we have Ken Salcero. Which website can you get the product? I think Maxwell should concentrate on helping Africa, whether the West accept it or not. No need to seek validation from other countries. That is actually true. You know, the last time I checked the SAIT website, the website crashed, and I could guess the huge volume of people running to there trying to make pre-order is what crashes the website. So that we have to announce again where to get it. Thank you, Leo Boca. That the invention is going to basically change the world, and that is so exciting. Can you build a power generator for home use, no electricity bills, free electricity? That would be fun. Yes, it's already existing. That is what we're talking about. Leo Lilesh Boca, I hope you're listening to this, right? Among this, you need to go and watch the video I made, the 6 groundbreaking invention about Maxwell Chikumbutso. It's currently in my channel. Go ahead and watch it. So there is inclusivity of generator that is self-powered, that run infinitely. And there is motorbike, superbike, and there is car. So you have about 6 inventions, 6 innovations. So and more is going to keep coming up from the self-powered. You know, any device that he deemed fit can be able to self-power it. He add the device to it and it becomes self-powered. So go and watch it. So yes, there is a generator that can power your house without needing gasoline or any other thing that is self-powered. Safe Hex you and Bitcoin. Why do you love Bitcoin so much? Mr. Oklash, if all this is true, as pertaining to Maxwell Chikumbutso, it will be able to suppress, it won't be able to be suppressed by the West forever. People will not allow it forever. Yes, no, the West cannot suppress this forever, guys. The West cannot suppress this because people are ready to put themselves out of poverty with or without the help of government. So guys, I've been here for the past 2 hours and my battery is going down. I need to shut down right now. I have like 11% of my smartphone. So thank you guys. Peace. Bye for now. Please, any other further comments, you should go ahead and drop it in the comment section of my video. For now, I'm going. Thank you guys. Thank you for participating. Bye for now. Thank you guys.